Hi guys, it's Vixen. Welcome back, or if you're new here, I'm a college student and I love to read, and I kind of have my own business, still working out the kinks in that one. And this video is going to be my October wrap up and my November TBR. Of course, I am in college, so don't expect me to actually finish the books. Anyways, let's get into that. So I finished In the Afterlight, which is the third book in the Darkest Mind series, and I would probably rate this one at 3 stars out of my opinion. The rest of the books were really good, it's just this one was a little bit harder for me to get through because the beginning was really weird. But this one's basically about something that happened after everything, and now Ruby and everyone else are trying to fix things. So I would try to give more about it, but it is like the third book in the series, so it's like me giving spoilers all of a sudden. I finished the fourth book which is Through the Dark. It is the fourth book of the Darkest Minds. This one doesn't actually pertain to the main characters of the other 3 books. It's around some of the other side characters. Like, it kind of goes through an experience that Zoo went through, and it's 3 different stories. So the first one's like, it's an experience for Zoo, and then the second one is a girl named Sam, which Ruby had been with at the very beginning, and it was basically how Sam had met someone else, and someone she used to know, and then some big things happened and she felt like she couldn't get that person back. And then there's the third story, which is it's back to Sam. It's also about Sam, but it's also about Mia, which is Sam's best friend's little sister. Sam is like trying to protect Mia while trying to protect her best friend and all that stuff. But yeah, overall I think I would rate this one, I think probably a 3.5 stars, because I thought it was about Ruby in them, and I was ready to read more about Ruby and how she was doing after everything happened, and it was not at all about Ruby. We do see Ruby in the third story, but that's it, really, and it was hard for me to like get through it. I kind of had to like speed read it. So yeah. Another book I read, I'm gonna put it up, was Assistant to the Villain, and I gave it 4 stars overall. And oh my gosh, I don't have it with me, it's at home. I literally forgot the first character's name. I have a horrible memory. But basically it's about a girl that is going through some financial struggles because her dad is sick, and she has a younger sister who can't really do much, so her younger sister has to stay in school while she is trying to find a job, and well, she finds a job under a villain, the villain that everyone in town kind of is very scared of, and she starts to learn things about that villain, and the ending was not expected, I'll just say that. But it's, oh my gosh, when I found out there's a second book that it's not even out yet, I was so angry, because the way the book ends is like cliffhanger. But yeah, and the book I am currently reading, which is also going into my TBR for my December TBR, because we're just kind of slide into it, is It by Stephen King. I've seen the movies. I've seen both versions of the movies, the newer version and the old original version. And the old original version I think I've seen like maybe 4 or 5 times or more than that, because I love it. I love Stephen King, but this is one of my dream books to own, and now that I do, it's really surprising. I had to take I was reading it really fast and I kind of had to slow down. I'm currently on page 506. I did pull out the broken bloody resin bookmarker. It's supposed to have a tassel, but the tassel keeps falling off, so I just decided to get rid of it. And I know this book's gonna be a 5 stars for me. I know it. The book is not structured how I thought it was going to be, so it was kind of weird for me to get used to at first, but I do love it. It's awesome. And just so people who don't know like the storyline of it, I'll give you like a hint about it. It's basically a group of kids that meet each other, and they have to take care of this creature which is named Pennywise. It's a clown. His name's Pennywise. I wouldn't say it's a clown. It looks like a clown for some, and it can look like a bunch of other things. But there's a lot of murders. So these kids, it takes the style of killing kids. So these kids are trying to like get rid of it, and so finally it's gone. They all part their ways. Or is it gone? They did make a promise before everyone kind of left each other, a blood promise, that if it came back, they would come back and get rid of it. So the story is kind of going about how they have to come back and deal with this thing, and it kind of throws all their lives that they worked so hard for into a loop and wacky, and they don't know what to do. But yeah, I'm hoping to finish that. The next book I have is Sarah J. Maas, The Assassin's Blade. This is kind of like the prequel-ish to the Throne of Glass series. So I don't actually know what's really going on about in this book, but I really want to read it because it's by Sarah J. Maas, and I read the entire ACOTAR series, and I love how she writes. And yeah, the next book is the second book in the Blood That Binds Us series. This is The Blood That Burns Us by S.L. Coakley, or I'm probably saying that wrong again. But this is basically what happens after the big event between Aaron and Kimberly, what happened to them. And of course, I can kind of give like the beginning of what happened in the first book. Aaron is a newly turned vampire by his older brothers, and he's on the run from a society called the Family. And well, he decides he's gonna go out hunting by himself. And so Kimberly is a girl that camps by herself a lot, and she's in college, and Aaron bites Kimberly. So Aaron also kind of saved Kimberly's life, because typically if you're a vampire in this series, they kind of end up if they can take enough blood to kill a person, which is why they take a little bit from a bunch of people. And he ended up calling the cops for Kimberly and like ran. So Kimberly ended up in the hospital, and she was awake, and found out that Aaron goes to her college. So she's talking to him. She ends up talking to him, and some stuff happens. But yeah, this is basically what happens after the big old cliffhanger at the end of the first book. And there is a third book in this series. It's not out yet. I'm sad about that. I gave in. I gave in and about this, because these 2 books were actually a gift for passing my exam, 2 of my midterms. So this book, I also just bought this, is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. This is another series. There's a second book coming out. But this book is basically, it's like a fantasy book. It's about a girl whose mother is I think like a dragon tamer or like a warrior. But this girl wants to be, I think, as a scribe. That should be the word. But anyways, so yeah, she wants to be a scribe, but her mother refuses, and her mother says she must be a dragon rider or dragon tamer. Yeah, dragon rider. And so she's forced into that, and so everyone thinks she's not going to do well because, you know, scribes are not meant to ride dragons. So she's like challenging herself to do her best, even though she really wants to be a scribe. But yeah, those are the books not only have I read, but I want to read. And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to because I also have another set of midterms in November. I know there's at least 2 essays I'm supposed to be writing for my finals, but yeah, I'm gonna try to at least finish the It book and maybe start on one of these books. But also I have my job as well, and this, which is I consider a part-time job, but and also just a fun hobby. But yeah, well, thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. You can leave a comment. Actually, I got a question for you guys. If you guys have made it this long, leave your favorite book so far of this year, not just your favorite book altogether, but like, or your favorite author in the comments. And yeah, if you could hit the subscribe button if you like these videos, it'd be awesome. It would help out. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.